Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dugout podcast. You're joined by all the boys again this week. We are here to talk about some football in action as we are dead, almost slap bang in the middle of the world's biggest sporting event in the World Cup. We've got some second round of group games played, kicking off. Most important of all, boys, how are we all doing?
Good.
Right. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
A bit tired.
Yeah.
We were just speaking before how we're struggling to
Big
get
night
up.
watching the Aussies.
Yeah. But we got the job done, didn't we? 1-0 game.
Oh, we're Australian now,
Yeah,
aren't
well,
we?
yeah.
We're Australian now. In the pub last night, you weren't so Australian. In the pub last night, you were saying anything can happen to them.
Yeah, they are rubbish, but...
Yeah, no, the times are rough for us. Obviously, we're based in Australia, so the kickoff times are 8 p.m, 11 p.m, and 5 a.m.
And this is the last round of 8
Actually,
o'clock games.
Yeah.
It's the last round of 8 o'clock games. What are all the knockouts like?
2 and 5.
Are they?
1 and 5 actually. Then the World Cup final is 1 a.m. on a Monday.
Perfect. Mate, when England are in it,
Oh,
I'm
I'm-
taking the whole week off.
Has everyone booked that off? I suppose Jackie...
Your own
Do my
boss.
thing, mate.
But
What's the
yeah,
date?
I will take it off.
I don't know. I don't think I'll be allowed to. I've had too many days off.
I'll just stop going away on holidays, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for the welcome back, by the way, boys.
Yeah.
Good to
Oh
be
yeah.
back.
Welcome back. I was trying to think. I'm like, it's the 19th of December for us. I was like, was it last week Benny was away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good to be back. And just for everyone out there, I do have ball knowledge, despite what Cal says.
Okay.
Although it's not really backed up with my pick.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the scores on our first round group game picks here.
I think I had like 2 good weeks, and I fucking was reaming you about it.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
shut my mouth a bit, I think. But
Let's jump into it then. We've got a lot of football that's been played. We're kind of just going to mostly talk about the World Cup today, I think. It's kind of the be all and end all. We do have a little quiz.
yeah, I have based it around World Cup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
There is one question.
World Cup quiz.
Yeah.
World Cup quiz.
World Cup
Say
quiz.
that 8 times fast. But yeah, let's start it off with what was the first game of the 2022 World Cup. Qatar versus Ecuador.
Anyone here watch that?
No, because it was
I
Ridiculous.
saw the highlights.
yeah, 2 a.m. on a Monday. There was that weird blunder with the goalkeeper in the offside situation where the goalie came for it and it got given offside.
Yeah.
But
General thing about this is just Qatar shit.
yeah, Qatar suck. They would never ever qualify for a World Cup if it wasn't hosted in their
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
But Ecuador and Valencia obviously has had
Big
a
dog.
pretty red hot start to this World Cup. I think he's currently on 3 goals,
Yeah.
but he scored the 2 in this one. Could have had a third in the Qatar game. I think he had 1 or 2 disallowed. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 2-0 win for Qatar.
Ecuador have a
no.
pretty decent team too, actually. Got some like.
Yeah.
It's a good thing about the World Cup. Like every team's got some like fucking like quality players in there.
Yeah,
A couple of Brighton lads, Estepune and Moises Caicedo.
yeah.
You say that, yeah.
They're both good
Yeah,
players.
it's funny when you look through the teams and you go, oh look, there's actually quite a few names that play
Yeah.
top European
Yeah.
like level around the world.
When
So,
Cameroon played, I was like, oh yeah, they haven't got Eto anymore.
yeah,
And I looked at the team, I'm like, oh shit.
Toko Kambi, Chupamoti.
I didn't realise that Inaki Williams changed his nationality.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh,
and
true.
Tarek Lamptey also is Ghanese now as well.
Really?
Plays
So
for
Naki's
Ghana.
not Spanish.
No.
No, it's
Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah, Ghanese.
Ghanese.
Does that mean he's going to leave Bilbao and go somewhere else now?
Because I thought Bilbao was a Spanish-only club.
Yeah, it's all based on where you're born and raised. So he's still born and raised in the
Isn't
Bilbao
it? It's a
region.
region thing.
Yeah, in the
I've seen a lot of
Bilbao
talks about him going to United.
region. Naki. I mean, he's what,
I'd
32,
rather
so it's a
Cody
perfect
Gakpo.
striker sign.
Anyway,
Yeah,
carry on.
obviously.
Prediccionos. this one.
Prediccionos for this one. So, despite not knowing ball, Benny actually kicked this one off with a exact bang on the nose at a 2-0. Scassi had it 3-0. Jackie had it 1-0 to the Qatari. He thought that was going to be a...
That's a good shout, to be fair, because every other fucking, I think, World Cup. That's the first World
Yeah,
Cup
true.
the host
Has
that
lost.
yeah.
I thought they might fucking just show us a bit of something, you know. Nope.
Nope. And I gave them a goal, but ultimately had them losing 2-1. Next game, England versus Iran.
Big game this
Well,
one.
hey, up the boys. I just want to point out, Benny had this one as a 1-0 prediction.
Yeah.
And as every goal kept going in, I kept sending a message saying,
1-0.
Benny had this 1-0. This was a perfect way to open a tournament. 6-2, smashing them around. They were never in the game. They had the chance that Taremi scored first against a concussed Maguire, but no surprise, Maguire letting mistakes happen. And then a penalty that should never have been a penalty to finish the game.
Yeah.
What's I didn't see him get concussed. Harry Maguire.
No,
Yeah.
Like
I
what?
didn't either.
No.
He had a little...
I see he's gone off. But
Yeah, immediately afterwards he was down. He had a head clash during a tackle or a header 2 minutes before. So
Yeah, okay.
it was the same. Obviously, this game was, I think, also the longest in World Cup history because there was 24 minutes of added time across the two halves. The Iranian goalkeeper, I'm sorry, lad, I just don't know your name, and I probably couldn't pronounce it if I did.
I think he listens.
Yeah, well, you never know. We have a worldwide audience. He obviously had a collision with his own player. Tried to play through it, but was heavily concussed. And
He schnoz after that. Like, he already had a big nose, but that thing blew up.
yeah, poor
Broke
bastard.
his nose.
Imagine Cocker.
You rolled it in my nose.
Yeah, imagine that. Like when he didn't even see his own player running at him, and to just feel
First game of the World Cup too.
Yeah.
Spewing.
yeah. So
I
there
will
was
say with this game, I did not expect Southgate to come out with that team. I think that's the team that we've all sort of put as pretty much our best starting 11, or just maybe thrown it in there or something like that. But the formation and everything was pretty much England's strongest.
Formation, yeah.
And I think there's three real highlights for me in this game. One was Bukayo Saka continuing his red hot Arsenal form. Declan Rice, again, unsung hero in that team. It's very easy in a 6-2 to not look at a defensive midfielder, but the way he was moving and starting attacks and keeping the ball lively was sensational. And then obviously the jewel in the crown of England at the minute is Jude Bellingham.
Our Liverpool youngster.
I mean, the boy is
He's
a freak generational talent.
He is. His positional adaptability of getting around the field is crazy.
He's everywhere, and he's
Left back, right back,
strong.
centre back, centre mid, right
he
wing.
was literally filling in at centre back for when Harry Maguire went off.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer couldn't come on yet.
Yeah, then you'll see Saka pull in and he's like wide midfield.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's just and scoring. There was I think all the goal scorers in this game is the first time they've ever scored at a World Cup, which is crazy when you think Raheem Sterling, Marcus Rashford, Grealish
Raheem Sterling.
never scored at a World
Really?
Cup.
Yeah.
Until that game. So
Euros and friendlies.
That's a good goal too, Raheem's.
yeah,
Very
it's
good
great.
finish.
I mean, all the goals. I could sit here and marvel on them all day, but I'm not.
Yeah, we don't need
But
to.
yeah,
I was spewing because my multi nearly paid off, but Trippier didn't get an assist
yeah.
out of 6 goals.
I mean, that's just
And
because.
score either, did he?
Yeah, Harry Kane just doesn't want to play strikers at World Cup, and we'll talk about it more
Well,
in
that
the
was Grealish
USA
for the-
game.
I thought it was Kane.
But yeah, 6-2 win for that one. Jackie and Scassy, you picked that game 4-0. I picked it 4-1, and as mentioned, Benny picked that game 1-0.
You know what that means? We all get 1 point, mate. So
Well, you take it however you want to take it. Right? Senegal versus the Netherlands.
Senegal, no Mane.
No Mane. This was just a very cruisy victory for the Netherlands by the look of it. Cody Gakpo, the boy showing that he's put the whole world on watch. Obviously, United could have had him for
25.
it's a ridiculous amount of money. That's probably doubled already.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But yeah, 2-0 win against a weakened Senegal. It was a great result for them for the World Cup. Predictions for this one, Jackie had it bang on the nose at 2-0.
Yeah,
Scassy had it 3-2. Benny had it 1-1 and I had it 3-1. Both of us had it in favour of the Netherlands. USA versus Wales. Another one where Jackie's just smacked it out of the park. He's gone back-to-back exacts. This game was a real game of two halves. In the first half, America dominated Wales. It looked like it was going to be an absolute mauling. Second half, Wales came out and decided to actually have a go of it and play football for a bit. Bale gets in the box in the very last few minutes, gets taken down, finishes the pen to then leave it as a 1-1 draw. Very
pen
bizarre
too.
game. Great pen. Just clobbered it.
Top Benjamins, wasn't it?
Clobbered it. Yeah, it's a very bizarre game to see a true game of two halves like that where the balance of the game shifts as aggressively as it did. Yeah.
This is America's best team in a long time as well.
Yeah.
Probably ever.
It's very young.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of nation changes as well, I think. There's a few of the lads in the MLS who are playing for, I don't know, other nations perhaps. Mexico or USA or stuff.
Quite impressed. Obviously, I didn't watch this game, but I watched the England game, England USA, and I was quite impressed with that centre mid Musa.
Yeah.
He's like 18 years old.
Yeah, he gets around.
Yeah, good little player to be.
But yeah, this one ended 1-1. Scousey had it 2-2. Jackie had it bang on the nose at 1-1. Benny had it as a 1-0 win for Wales, and I had it 2-1 America.
Have you seen the TikToks
Score.
where the like USA people or probably English people are taking the piss out of USA?
I don't have TikToks.
Oh, you have to get on there. It's funny. It's like Christian Pulisic in at halftime is like, "We can do this, boys. just believe."
Got this, dudes.
Watch this Nike video, dude. Just do it. Look at Jordan, bro. Look at the way he dunks, bro. We can do that too.
Yeah, they have Mason Mount, but he's no Tyler Adams.
They are a bunch
So-
of weird dogs, the Americans.
At halftime, this was on the movie goal. Look at Santiago Munez, dudes.
He came from LA, bro.
I'll apologise to all our American listeners just on behalf of the boys.
Have you seen the American football chants?
The what?
The
Barbecue.
Their American football chants, yeah.
Barbecue.
Fight and win!
Seattle!
Come on, Seattle! And there's just fucking lunatics with
Some
microphones.
kinds of spitting everywhere, veins popping out of there. Fight and win.
Oh god, that's so fruity. Let's go to the first big upset of the tournament then.
On to the next one, dudes.
Argentina. Argentina totally battered by Saudi Arabia, bro. A game which earned all the players of the Saudi Arabian team a Rolls Royce
And the
upon
manager.
return home. And the manager. All a Rolls Royce when they return home.
I think so who bought them the Rolls Royce?
The king of Saudi Arabia.
The King of Saudi Arabia. Just so you know, I was on the team sheet, but they just forgot to put the name on. So, you know, you can send 4 out to Brisbane, mate. That's what we're waiting for.
But yeah,
What a win.
insane. The majority pick for us, obviously, to win the World Cup was Argentina.
And that win could actually get them qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 and a cracking 2 goals too. El Dasari's goal. Sensational into the top Benjamins.
Yeah. I think I might say something here that's gonna, I don't know, maybe talk a little bit of shit about Saudi Arabia, but I try not to because we have to give them all the credit in the world for this result. But I think I'm not even talking shit, but it's just the style of these lesser teams coming up against the big teams now. I think I've said it last week, but teams now understand how to play against the better opposition. So
sit in a bit and
yeah, but you see the difference like become less. How the big teams are up here, but the lesser
So the
teams.
gap's closer.
Yeah, fuck that took so much to get out
that
there.
was a lot of words. But yeah, no.
I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying too, and also like just the actual gap in quality. Like you look at some of the lesser
Oh my God.
Argentina players.
Oh
There's definitely players in that Saudi Arabia.
Take some deep
team.
breaths, mate. You're right.
There's definitely players in that Saudi Arabia team who are better than. You look at the likes of Al Dasari and the left back who had
Better
no
than
fortune.
what? The players in
Then-
the Argentina team.
Yeah, lesser players in the Argentina team. I'm saying players on the bench.
Better
Not to the
Turner,
level of-
Correa, Rui,
Yeah.
McAllister.
You know, I'm not saying
Alvarez,
fucking Al
Martinez,
Dasari and Messi are comparable,
Dybala,
but I'm saying
and then
there's genuine
Gone.
like there's genuine like the gap of quality is not that far from the best of the best to the worst of the worst in the two teams. There's definitely some
I'd
overlap.
have
in there.
to beg to differ.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think that as a team, Saudi Arabia performed better. And I think as
Yeah. Oh, that goes without
individuals,
saying.
they're non-comparable. I think Argentina are miles and miles ahead. But as a team, Saudi Arabia performed a lot better. They had the game plan. Argentina looked lost going forward.
They just have one. They just play the ball over the top and hope that somebody gets on.
They're undefeated for like 52 games. So 2 games away from breaking the record.
We spoke about it last night a little bit. I remember speaking to Rob, and it was like the way Messi plays, he floats. So he doesn't really make all the runs in behind anymore. He just pulls the strings.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone on the Argentina forward line was doing that.
Yeah.
And you need at least 2 or 3 players to be the runners. You can't just have like everyone trying to pull strings. Like, it doesn't work like that.
That's the thing with Martinez. That's the type of striker he is.
Yeah.
He's a pullback, false 9 also. He gets in the box to score. But, yeah, it's kind of tough. Like, if Messi's doing that, you do want more of, like, a traditional striker up there.
Yeah, well, with him and Di
Maybe
Maria,
Alvarez.
Di Maria is notorious for that loose
Right.
run in there. And also they didn't start Martinez, so they wouldn't have conceded 2
Exactly.
if the butcher had been on the pitch.
I don't understand that either. That is
I think that's a political thing between the coach and
Mate, there's no
Got his
politics in
favourites.
football.
yeah,
Got his
Wait, who
fa-
didn't start?
That's a lie.
Sandro Martinez.
That's a
Oh,
lie.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, so not to be confused with the other 8 Martinezes.
yeah, so I was like, which
I'd take
Martinez?
it. But yeah, this game ends 2-1, and like we said, all credit to Saudi Arabia. It's a huge result for them.
Massive.
Yeah, you got to respect it. Picks for this one, surprisingly, none of us had it in favour of Saudi Arabia. Scousey had it 5-0, and the rest of us all had it 3-0, all in the favour of Argentina. Denmark versus Tunisia. We come to the first 0-0 draw of the tournament. I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I watched the 3-minute highlights.
Let me start my little whinge now. I've watched 7 games so far of the World Cup, full 90 minutes. I've seen 1 goal. That was Australia last night.
Yes.
So 5 of them. Wait,
Stop watching football,
Yeah,
man.
Did you not watch England Ireland?
I watched like the first like 40 minutes, but then watched the full 90.
Yeah.
So this I watched 5 games 0-0. The 6th game I watched was a 1-0. But the goal that got scored, though, that's when I took a piss. I came back and they were celebrating. Fuck. So, I watched 6 games and 9 minutes
Can you
football
stop
without seeing
watching
a goal.
England then? Yeah. England again for the rest of the tournament. But yeah, I don't have much to say on this one. I didn't watch the game because it was on at fucking
It was just, yeah.
11 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
It was one of those games that pass forward, the pass back.
Yeah.
They're just dead.
I mean, it's not a good start for Denmark. They were supposed to. This is the game they should have picked points up so they could cruise through the group. It's not worked out that way for them. They're going to be struggling to get out now. Tunisia, I mean, it's a good result against good names, I suppose.
In this game, did you see in the first minute or something, the fella for Tunisia tackled Ericsson, and he's like pumping his chest. He's like, fucking yeah, boys.
I didn't see that.
Revving up the team.
Revving up the crowd.
Yeah, Jesus.
They're doing that against Australia too.
Yeah.
Like super aggressive.
Yeah, I have seen. There's been lots of reports they're like the most passionate fans at the World Cup. Like they're all
Tunisia?
just- yeah, they're all just lunatics. Credit to them. I would be if I was out in Qatar. I'd be going.
We'll
fucking
learn
mad.
to win a game, mate. How about that?
Yeah, you tell him. Mate, you tell him. Picks for this one: Scassi had it 1-0, Jackie had it 3-1, Benny had it 3-0, I had it 2-0, all in the favour of Denmark. Mexican versus Poland, second 0 of the tournament.
Yeah.
Lewandowski missed a pen.
Yeah.
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 Ochoa
World
coming out
Cup
of
keeper.
hibernation. Yeah. Every 4 years he just comes out and decides to play football again.
I think Mexico looked better in this game in terms of going forward.
They've got some names.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't lie, I didn't watch this game.
Yeah.
I
Again, I watched highlights.
Steered clear from the 0-0s.
Yeah.
Mexico did look a lot better, especially going forward. Created more chances, had more shots, got in the right areas, but just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah. I mean, Poland are a stacked team when you look at it on paper too. They're one of those teams you don't realise until you look at it. Like, oh, they've got a lot of big dog players in there.
Even Mexico, they got a solid midfield of Chavez, Alvarez, and Herrera. Decent midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both good sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, just disappointing it's a 0-0.
And big old, the OG Okocha,
Okocha, what a man.
the World Cup hero, back at it again.
Every World Cup and saving a pen from Lewandowski too. It was a good pen.
Yeah.
Is he the oldest player at the World Cup this time around? Believe?
I think he's
Surely
younger than
not.
Ronaldo.
Is he? I thought he
Yeah.
was 40.
I thought it was strange how Jimenez was on the
I
bench.
would have thought like one of those Qatar teams or Iran or something like that would have.
He's 37, so he's the same age as
Okay.
Ronaldo.
So maybe goalkeeper I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, I
It would have to be a goalkeeper. That's
that old.
okay.
Yeah, there's got to be
Going
someone
to
older
the-
than Ronaldo.
Hello.
So yeah, this one ended 0-0. Jackie and Benny, you both picked a draw. Jackie had it 2-2, Benny had it 1-1. Scassi had it 2-0 Poland, and I had it 2-1 Poland. France versus Australia, the game that broke Jackie's heart, broke his dreams.
Oh, so close.
They went 1-0 up, early doors, and Jack was...
So close.
However,
Yeah.
the might and brilliance of the reigning World Cup champions really showed in this game as they decided to turn it on a bit. Ends 4-1. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings, mate? Let it
This
all out.
was one of the great feelings as an Aussie fan to go up 1-0 against the reigning champions. Like everyone in Australia, everyone that was following Australia in this game was going mental for it. Like, I don't think anyone believed that we would win, but even scoring the first goal was just like, wow.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a great take too. Like he's assist. It's
Yeah.
underrated. Like it's such a great take on the move. Takes it inside of Paul Lucas Hernandez, who genuinely broke an ankle or something
Yeah.
like that. A horrible injury, but
Good when the Lecky are good in the wings for Australia.
Matthew Lucky's been around.
He
for
worked
ages
fucking
too.
hard.
Yeah, it was a great between the two.
That's all we've got going for us.
You saw
Gotta
that
work
mass-
hard. We've got no fucking skill.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that when we get to the Tunisia game. But yeah, for this game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, France. Mbappe really looked like he wanted to bang a hat trick. He was so selfish in
Oh,
this game
yeah.
too.
He
But
took the piss out of that Atkinson fella.
He's
Feel sorry
good
for
too,
him.
that Atkinson, isn't he?
yeah.
He's one of like our sort of better young
Oh,
players.
it's our now.
No,
He's
it's
fully
it's
on that
still
Aussie
our.
bandwagon.
He's a
I don't
Guido,
really-
mate.
I don't really support him much, but it is our
Yeah.
still.
But yeah, he also came out and did an interview, and he was saying the difference to like marking Mbappe. He's like, that's why he's worth 200 million. He just like
Yeah.
took the piss out of me. He just do whatever he wants, and you're always a step behind.
Olivier Giroud is now tied with Thierry Henry,
Yeah,
all-time
it's
French
France's
goal
all-time
scorer.
top goal scorer.
There's a moment in this game where Mbappe stands up Atkinson and he just does a little movement and all of a sudden he's 5 metres away.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
quick,
just
eh?
like explodes down the
What?
line.
The assist for Giroud, where he just like the change of pace against Atkinson.
Yeah.
He does it twice, and he just gets left foot there both
Yeah.
times. And he's a little dink left foot across.
Yeah, he's a crazy man.
How would you defend Mbappe in that situation?
You
Take his
don't-
ankles
Yeah,
out?
you just try and cut him in half and hope that he's
Oh,
not
no
10
lie.
metres away.
I would just fucking break his leg.
Who do you
You've
think?
got to double him. Like if you're the fullback, you've got to cover him going down the line of burning you.
Yeah.
And obviously you have someone covering if he
Yeah.
comes inside.
Can't say touch tight, Tom. If you do, he's just going to pace you. You
Yeah.
give him like a couple of meters.
Yeah.
I reckon
I'm not
keep
getting
up with him.
if I'm defending, I'm not getting close.
Yeah.
So I would
Just stick
defend
Darwin
him.
But
Nunez
also,
on because Darwin Nunez is so much
Well,
faster.
Mbappe would be left to halfway.
Also, though, if you did give him space, like he'll create things out of nothing. Still,
Yeah.
you know.
Who would you rather, Mbappe or Haaland?
Oh, depends on what you're doing in that.
It's like the good old
Two different ducks.
Ronaldo Messi debate.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't have an answer for that.
It's hard, eh?
Yeah.
I'd say Mbappe.
It's kind of hard not to.
Mbappe's more sort of more
Do everything.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you wanted an out and out striker, obviously Haaland's your man.
So predictions for this one. Scassi had 4-0. France. Jackie had it 1-0 Australia. Benny had it 2-1. No, Benny had it 2-0, sorry. France, and I had it 3-1. France.
Oof. Close calls there.
Yeah, I was so close.
Jack's yours wasn't.
I was the closest.
You were for the first 10 minutes. Another 0-0 draw here as we see Morocco versus Croatia. I watched this one while I was playing darts. It was on at the pub, and I was bored.
I think I watched this one
Super
too.
boring.
Yeah, it was a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Croatia didn't look too good. I thought Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco.
We were all saying Morocco definitely had the
Better chance.
swing of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, Buffal was probably one of the best players in the field this
and
game.
that Amrabat,
Yeah,
the
Amrabat's
centre mid
good.
Amrabat.
Didn't he? He started as a winger. He used to be a winger at Fiorentina, I'm pretty certain.
Is it him or is it his brother?
I'm pretty sure it's him.
Because I think you were talking about Nordit Amrabat, and this is Sofian Amrabat.
Yeah, it might be his brother.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has. I'm
Same
don't
thing.
quote me.
So he's got the same mum, innit?
Yeah, it ended 0, but Morocco looked good. Croatia looked a bit flat.
Yeah,
a bit lackluster.
Modric trying to do everything.
Yeah.
I think, I was going to say, yeah, Croatia look like they're missing a striker since Mandzukic is retired or not been picked.
Yeah.
I think they lack that last man to be able to be in the box or pick up balls.
I like some Kramaric.
Kramaric isn't that guy.
They just didn't
do
it.
To me, Orsic should get more minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
He's something different. He's that rapid in behind.
He's a bit older though, I suppose. He's
Yeah.
trying to build for the future.
Kramaric is old, so is Vlasic. Oh,
Yeah.
Vlasic isn't
I was going to say
old.
Vlasic isn't old.
But
Especially in World Cup, you got to play for now rather than the future.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe save that for like friendlies and.
Gotta get the job
Euros.
done, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
come on, dudes.
The midfield for Croatia was weird for me in this game. They, like Modric, not so much Brozovic, but Modric and Kovacic sort of kept dropping back into the back line. I don't know whether they're playing back 4, back 5, whatever. But they didn't, you do that as midfielder sometimes to try and start attacks, but sort of they were both doing it and there was no one in the midfield to be able to connect. So you end up just passing around.
Yeah.
Passing side to side, and that's why there's fucking no goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they just had those weird over the top through ball chances. It was
Yeah.
like, alright, striker, have a go on this. Didn't
You
work.
gotta- You got to be able to make inroads somehow. You can't just be picking long balls.
Take a chance.
Well, I mean, some teams do it, it works, but for Croatia, that
And then
didn't look like they were doing anything that looked like a scoring chance.
When you got a midfield like that too, where you should be playing through it, like it's definitely their strong point, and one of the best midfields I think probably in the World Cup. You know, Brozovic, Kovacic, Modric. That's a fierce
Up there.
three.
Yeah.
You should be playing through it. I think you're not like leave the lumping long for the lower teams like Saudi Arabia
Or the
against
last
Argentina
minute.
or something.
You just
like
got it wrong.
Yeah.
Completely.
They also, they just didn't work out for it. But predictions for this one, all of us had it in favour of Croatia. Scatty and Jackie had it 2-0. Benny had it 2-1, and I had it 4-0. Yeah,
And it wasn't.
it wasn't. We come now to the second big shock of the opening games. Germany versus Japan ends 2-1 in the favour of the Japanese, who, between their players and the fans in the stadium, cleaned up after themselves. Like the
good guys of the world.
the changing room, the Japanese fans and players, the changing room was left better than they found it. Everything was folded up, put
Really?
back where it was. All the fans, as soon as the final whistle went, had plastic bags picking up rubbish and stuff, going through all the seats in the stadium. Things you love to see, honestly.
Gotta love the Japanese.
Yeah. Shout out to the Japanese. Konnichiwa, watashi no name wa the Dugout podcast. Someone, you know.
Yeah, look at you go, mate.
That was a bit of a flex. Shouting out to the Dugout, to all my Japanese fans out there.
But yeah, a massive result for them. There was a lot of people I was reading, pundits especially, tipping Germany to be right up there with the big dogs again. This is a new golden generation of talent, so to speak, and put to the mud by the resilient Japanese team.
Now they have to go out to Spain, try and win.
Yeah.
I think they could still go through, definitely Germany. I think
They have to beat Spain, but
they showed their inexperience. I think, we all thought it was good that they picked a young squad. They showed a lot of faith in young players, but I think they showed their inexperience a little bit in this game. Maybe took it for advantage. Come up against a team like Japan, you think it's easy win for a team like Germany, and I think you can get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Leroy Sané getting no minutes.
That's weird. But I think we'll see maybe a turnaround from Germany. Same with Argentina. I can't see their races run yet.
They beat Spain though.
I don't know. I'm not too. I know Spain absolutely slaughtered
Costa Rica,
but I'm not 100% convinced on Spain. I think they've got a lot of holes. I don't
Yeah.
really rate Luis Enrique, especially because he didn't pick De Gea. So
I just think Spain, they're more stronger as a unit in terms of like experience of playing It's just like you said, it's a Germany team. It's new. It's fresh.
But
No,
Spain's
so
two best
Spain-
players are Gabby and
I was gonna
Pedri,
say,
who are fucking
Spain
under
and
20 years
Germany
old.
are very similar in the way they pick their squads of young talents. I think, and the mix of the two. Obviously, you look at Germany; they got the likes of Neuer, but then Musiala, and with
Yeah.
Spain, you've got Busquets, and then Gabby. Like,
Yeah. I think I personally think the 7-0 is a smokescreen. I don't think they're anywhere near that good. I think that's a false sort of.
yeah. I mean, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but so we're jumping into predictions for this one. We all had it in Germany's favour, unsurprisingly, 3-0, 2-0, 3-0, and 2-1 respectively. But yeah, Spain versus Costa Rica, a 7-0 thumping. Like you're saying, I'm pretty sure this is more so Costa Rica are miles off the pace. I don't think they'd have got to the World Cup if they didn't have a man in nets called Keylor Navas. I think the rest of their team is miles off genuine World Cup quality. And I think someone like Spain, where you get the young boys who, once they smell a bit of blood, everyone wants to be the youngest goal scorer at the World Cup or put their name up there. So, yeah, but I'm very. I don't rate Luis Enrique.
Neither.
I don't think this Spanish team is not good enough. I don't think they're hardy enough to put on a big shift. And I think Germany versus Spain genuinely is a very telling game for the two of them as to where they are.
I agree. I think. Sorry, you go, Jack.
Who got the young player of the year?
Gabby.
Gabby.
Pedri got it last year.
Yeah.
So
Is surely just going back to Germany for a sec. Musiala.
Yeah.
I thought he was phenomenal in that game. Like he was pulling the strings.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He was genuinely phenomenal, like another generation of talent.
Yeah.
there's a few coming through.
But yeah,
I would say he's better than Pedro and Gabby.
Yeah, 100%.
And Bellingham.
Or better than Pedro and Gabby? I don't think so. I think Pedro's the best of the bunch.
Pedri.
Pedri. Pedro
What,
retired
over
a while
Musiala?
ago. Hey? Yeah,
Over
I think
Musiala?
so.
Over Bellingham.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I think Pedri's
It's crazy.
quite
I'd say
good.
Bellingham
madness.
is.
Yeah.
Pedri is the best player in Barcelona's team.
Well, that's not hard. You're in Europa.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess Bellingham's probably the best in Dortmund's as well.
Yeah.
One of them. And Musiala's not the best in Bayern's, I wouldn't say, but he is definitely.
But they've got a team full of just
Superstars.
fucks.
Yeah.
Cracked up.
But I think what's the craziest about it is I think Foden's better than a lot of them, and he doesn't even fucking get minutes for England. So that
Get Musiala's numbers up for a minute, because his numbers are fucking
His numbers are
insane.
crazy.
Yeah, his numbers are ridiculous for Munich.
But they
Foden,
also
I agree.
batter everyone
I was gonna say,
fucking 5-0.
I was
in
going to
the
bring
league.
this point up, and I had the conversation in my head that Bayern are a joke, and they just dominate teams. Like, and they play against teams that definitely shouldn't be in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And he'll score fucking 5 goals.
The good thing, I was gonna say the good thing about that with young players, that it lets them build that confidence early on in their career. So when they go overseas, they're more in tune to play their style of football.
Yeah.
They have confidence to do so, which is good for young players.
So Musiala, this season, he has 14 appearances in the Bundesliga so far, 9 goals, 7 assists. In the Champions League, 5 appearances, 2 assists. In the DFB Pokal, 2 appearances, 2 goals. So all in all, he's 11 and 9 in 21 games.
Yeah.
So
It's not bad at all.
20 goal contributions in 21 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
1.1 a game.
Yeah, for
As
Bayern.
as you said, but like it is Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I will say the World Cup is the chance to see what he's really about, because you're versing. He's in a very good German team, but every sort of team he'll play is a world class team essentially. Like you've seen that with them versus Japan. Like even the teams that aren't picked to go far are very very good. So we'll see sort of where it leads him in terms of sort of what level, I think, from the World Cup.
Yeah, I
He
think
just, my point with bringing him up again was, anytime Germany looked like doing something sick, he was doing
Involved.
it.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
yeah, it's usually even
That's the same.
Bayern too.
It's the exact same as Spain. Gabby or Pedri literally ran the show for Spain.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even I wouldn't have brought Musiala back up if I didn't think Pedri and Gavi were good.
Yeah.
Like I think they're really good as well.
So you think Musiala's the best of the bunch?
Yeah, I just think out of those three, Musiala's better.
Bellingham?
Bellingham is top for me.
Top. Okay.
I'd put Bellingham top, but obviously there's a bit of bias from my end in that.
Same, because you're a Liverpool boy, I got to stick with it.
It's just
So who's better for you lot then, Foden or Bellingham?
It's hard to say, they play different.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Can't compare like a
I mean, yeah.
midfielder and an attacker.
I think I'd rather have Bellingham in my team.
In a Liverpool team, I'd rather Bellingham than Foden. But it depends what team you're talking about. I think United will probably benefit more with Bellingham, actually. And so it all depends.
We could take both, dude.
And Pedri and Gavi and Musiala.
I mean, it's not a fair comparison because Musiala plays in that more advanced role or out wide. He's got 19 appearances and 3 goals. This
Or maybe Alan Musiala and
Who?
Foden, then I'd pick Foden.
Pedri.
He's got what, sorry?
19 appearances, 3 goals across the La Liga and Champions League. No assists. Which is
What about
crazy.
Bellingham?
Yeah.
Like compare midfielder to midfielder.
Yeah.
What did you say before?
Oh well, Musiala's more attacking. It's like Musiala
Yeah.
or Foden. I'd rather
Yeah.
Foden.
Yeah, I'd rather Foden. But
Foden's just different fucking gravy, eh?
it's hard not to say Foden. Also, I know it's 1 year, but Pedri is 20 and Bellingham's 19, which is crazy.
It's crazy how young
Bellingham
he
looks
is.
like the far more senior player than Pedri.
You think?
Yeah, fuck yeah. In looks and in attitude and in everything. Like, Bellingham looks like he's 36 already.
You don't
Yeah.
really see him making silly mistakes. He's always playing the right ball.
And he captains Dortmund, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Bellingham has, what have we got, 22 appearances this season. He's got 9 goals, 3 assists. So 12 goal contributions in 22 games. From
And he's-
centre mid.
He's just got more to his game, like his height and his fucking strength as well, which Pedri doesn't have. But I guess Pedri's a bit more technical than Bellingham. So.
Bellingham is very, very, very good.
I mean,
I was
it's just
surprised watching him, to be honest. 'Cause I think I don't really get to watch a lot of...
Dortmund.
Yeah. So watching him at the World Cup is a bit of a...
I'm Dortmund through and through. See the other week when I beat Dortmund top on.
I've seen that, yeah, mate. Well done.
But yeah, back to Spain and Croatia.
Isn't it Costa Rica?
Oh yeah, Costa Rica. Sorry, lads. I can't help but make mistakes.
Should we roll up?
Should we just restart the podcast?
Yeah, 37 minutes in, restart, boys. Predictions this one. Scassi had it 3-1, Jackie had it 2-1, Benny had it 2-0, I had it 4-0. 7-0 the final result. Bit of a weird one this one. Belgium versus Canada.
Yeah.
The Red Devils
Very.
sneaking through with a 1-0 win.
Miss Penn from Davies.
Yeah, this was my rogue shout of the week. I
Yeah,
had
you
Canada
almost had
1-0, and if Davies had scored that, I think maybe I was on then.
I think they would have held on. He missed a penalty for their first chance to ever score at a World Cup, which is crazy.
See what
Courtois saves.
You see what De Bruyne came out and said about Belgium?
Yeah. I seen that this morning.
Shocking, eh?
He said that what you going?
Well, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was saying, you get it up, but he was saying something like, our team's just passive, we're not going to win anything.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
Yeah, basically saying they're not in their prime. Last World Cup, 2018 was their prime. He said we're older and we're missing a lot more players now. Something like that. Could have been from like Sports Bubble or something. Could have been absolute bullshit.
Other contexts, yeah. To be honest, I didn't watch the interview. Here I am slating English media all the time.
Believe anything.
So good. You actually didn't say it?
So what's he saying? He's saying that they struggle to play the same way as Man City.
No shit.
No fucking
One of the
shot.
best teams ever.
Yeah. When their boss is Roberto Martinez, who got fired from Watford for being too rubbish. Yeah, no surprise there, lad. Yeah, he just says
Person
about
is silly.
him being like so vocal and obviously aggressive on the pitch, like waving his fingers and doing the old Kevin, let me talk. Let me talk. Yeah, I can't see him actively slating anybody, but yeah.
Must have been bullshit.
Yeah, it must have
I
been.
seen it too, but
It could have just been the way the journalist presented it. I don't know. It
Out of
could have been
context.
that thing, but yeah.
it seemed like an absolute ludicrous thing to say halfway through. stage of the
Yeah,
tournament.
surely don't come out and start slating anybody
Yeah.
just yet. But yeah, this one, Belgium didn't have a lot of chances, but they proved they've got the quality up top when it fell to Batshuayi to go 1-0 up.
Canada had 22 shots.
It was a finish.
Yeah, it was a great finish by Batshuayi. But yeah, Canada definitely felt like controlled the game more so than Belgium. Belgium hanging in there. The old faithful centre-back pairing of Alderweireld and Vertonghen just hanging in there.
The same guy.
Yeah, just one bloke in the back line.
That's our conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Was that you seen that meme in the
that was Benny.
chat?
What is it? Oh, the
Right,
Triple H and
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Just old as fuck. Good
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
So Belgium just hold on. Obviously disappointing for Canada, who I can't remember who else is in their group. I think Morocco and Croatia are in their group.
Yeah.
I wanna say.
think
So it's definitely the way they're playing. There's definitely that chance to get their first goal in World
Yeah.
Cup football. I think it's not.
They've got a good side too, Canada.
Yeah, they're another one of those ones where you're just like, oh, hold on a second.
Mm.
Where the bloody hell are they?
Maybe don't have Alphonso Davies on the pens though.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
because he's your best player doesn't mean I have to take
Yeah.
penalties.
Just because he's got 96 sprint speed doesn't mean he takes penalties.
Yeah, so their group is Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, and Canada.
Is Jonathan David at the World Cup?
Yeah, he missed a lot of chances. He looked very out of his depth.
Really?
Yeah, he was very uncomposed. There was a few times the ball dropped to him in the box and he just fluffed it.
Right.
Yeah, tough go for him.
Unlucky Jono.
Oh, you know, yeah. Belgium.
Unlucky geezer.
Belgium, Canada. Predictions for this one. Scarsy had it 2-0 Belgium. Jackie had it 3-1 Belgium. Benny had it 1-0 Canada. And I had it 3-0 Belgium. So you're almost there, mate.
Almost.
Another 1-0. This one, a Cameroonian-born Swiss player in Breel Mbolo scores the one goal to bury Cameroon as Switzerland come
Is he
out 1-0
Cameroonian
winner.
born, is he?
Yeah.
Comes out 1-0 winner against Cameroon. Like Scarsy was saying, it's a very trippy game to watch because you're like, oh, both these teams actually have some really high quality
This is
players
the game where I went to the toilet when he scored.
Yeah, nice.
I was spewing because as soon as 90 minutes finished, I started celebrating, thinking I got the exact. And for some reason, I had the other way around. I was like, what? That's
Yeah,
right.
that was funny.
Yeah.
Scarsy's flexing in the chat. And so I opened up the spreadsheet just to look at it and I'm like, yeah, you had it 1-0, but not to Cameroon. But yeah, it's very weird. Mbola too, I believe, is his first goal in the World Cup. Didn't celebrate because he's of his Cameroonian heritage. Just stood there, and that's crazy. It's crazy to see players having that composure. Sorry, just
At a World Cup.
yeah. To loop back to the England game as well. I forgot to mention Jack Grealish doing the celebration of the young lad
Yeah.
with cerebral palsy told him to do when you just scored your first goal in a World Cup.
Yeah,
too is
love that
crazy.
from Jackie.
Quality from Jackie. But yeah,
Well done, Jack. Well
back
done,
to
mate.
this game, Switzerland, Cameroon. Decent game, fun little game to watch. I can't say I watched it with eagle-eyed intent. I think it was on at 5 a.m. or something.
I
But
thought Cameroon were better this game. Just unlucky to lose.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought they were
it
better.
is cool to see like the teams you wouldn't like. Cameroon is not a team where I think, oh yeah, they got quality players. You look at that lineup, it's quality all over the park. I think
Yeah.
Choupo-Moting, what a freaking career revival that bloke has had.
Or even
Being relegated with Stoke to playing
Yeah.
for Bayern Munich and
PSG.
setting the World Cup alight.
Yeah, he was at PSG before Bayern.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Anguissa taking on his form from Napoli as well.
Yeah.
He was
I
on
mean,
fire.
That's who else. There's a Cameroonian midfielder I was watching. I'm like, look at this bloke go. And it was Anguissa, just
Yeah.
another bloke.
He was at
Relegated with Fulham.
Yeah.
Moves to, so I think he went somewhere before Napoli, but it's craziness. And this Switzerland team too, like players like Mbola and that finally provided on the world stage. Yeah, good on them. Credit to them.
Shaqiri in this was rubbish.
I mean, Shaqiri is rubbish. That's why he's
Age.
old and past it. Just because he played for Liverpool and fucking came off the bench 6 times.
He scored some very important goals for us. So
Mate, you got that assist for Ronaldo in that Barcelona 4-0, mate.
that's it. Just in this game.
Yeah, he's won 2 Champions League medals, you know.
Moving on.
Yeah, so this one ended 1-0 in the favour of Switzerland. Scassi had it 1-0 in the favour of Cameroon. Jackie had it 1-0, 1-all. Benny had it 2-0 Switzerland, and I had it as a 0-all. Uruguay versus Korea.
Stinker.
Stinker. Didn't watch it.
It
Watched
was
the
0-0 I
highlights.
watched. It's fucking
Nothing to
hell.
say about it. Darwin Núñez is flop. Nothing else to say about it.
I did like, there was one point I swear I saw in the highlights where Nunez, Cavani and Suarez were all on the pitch together. Am I wrong in saying that? I swear I saw them all.
You need to do your research before you,
Yes.
you make statements, mate.
I watched the 3 minutes SBS highlights.
Maybe when Suarez was coming off for Cavani.
Yeah.
Maybe he's touched the field
Maybe.
at the same time.
Maybe it's just a photo I saw, but I was like, that's crazy that the three of them could be on the pitch. Like, you could easily frame Suarez with Cavani and Nunez.
Oh yeah.
Nunez played on the wing in this game,
Yeah, play out left.
and like, I don't think that works for Uruguay. I feel like they need him up front, especially in this game where it was sort of just stuck in the middle. Like it was just in the midfield the whole game, it seemed. If you had some sort of outlet up front,
Yeah, Uruguay couldn't get the ball wide whatsoever.
because what they were asking their wingers to drop back really deep. And
Yeah, like left back. 'Cause I was about to say Darwin Núñez did really well defensively, but he just wasn't getting the service. Same with Pelistri.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting the service at all going wide. Like they weren't playing wide whatsoever,
Yeah.
and just making the wingers play back. It's a bit
It's
strange.
crazy that Facundo gets so much time for Uruguay, but doesn't.
He doesn't get a
He hasn't
lick
played,
of time
yeah.
for United.
Like, imagine what the boy was doing. Things he was doing in the bloody under 21s though. It's outrageous for United. But yeah, this one ended 0-0. I watched 3-minute highlights. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Predictions for this one: Scassi had it 3-0, Jackie had it 4-1, Benny had it 3-1, I had it 2-1. We all had it for Uruguay. This one, Portugal versus Ghana. The Ghanese player equalises or gets a goal back for Ghana and drops a freaking Sue celebration.
Yeah,
Instead of
that's
picking the
so
ball
funny.
up and getting back.
Sue!
Ronaldo's on the bench raging at him.
Doesn't even pick up the ball. He just sues it.
Straight to the corner. Does the most half-ass Sue you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, what a guy!
Yeah, this one ended 3-2 to Portugal. Ronaldo becomes Portugal's oldest and youngest goal scorer, and the first man to ever score at 5 World Cups.
Just after he gets the
Crazy.
sack from United.
That's impressive. That's
Yeah.
20 years.
20 years of
That's
being at
incredible.
the top level. But yeah, like Sky said, mutually agreed to terminate Ronaldo's contract following his interview controversies.
Yep.
The less said about that, the better, I think.
he's turned down he's turned down £17 million.
Bless him, must be so
Like
hard.
10 down 350 from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 2
Weak.
seasons.
Like 350 mil, 2 seasons.
Fuck.
Yeah, he turned it down.
Holy
He
shit.
wants to play 2 to 3 more years in Europe.
Bless him.
Imagine just being like, 17 mil,
Yeah.
just keep it.
Imagine it being on 5.
He's probably a billionaire.
a week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine there's more behind it, but like the fines he would probably be looking at, like they'd probably just scrapped.
Yeah.
They'd probably like come to an agreement. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
it would be
you
like-
don't pay me that, and just don't fine me for
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking absolutely dragging you through the mud.
bring the
Yeah.
club into disrepute.
Yeah.
But yeah, Portugal Ghana. I thought Portugal were actually very good. Very much like to see. The way
I'd like
they
to see
play.
Rafa Leao starting next game.
Yeah, the thing is, they've got so many good attackers.
Yeah.
You got Leao, you got Joao Felix, you got Ronaldo, you've got
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
They're a very good team. Bruno Fernandes 2 assists as well.
Yeah.
Man's on
He
fire
looked
for
good.
Portugal.
Looks very good.
Yeah.
Hope he has a very good come.
Yeah,
to be
just
honest.
to rev him back up and get him back into the tough second half of United season.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, very open shot. Ghana getting the 2 goals too. The Ghana team is very good. We were saying before the pod
Yeah.
about Inaki Williams, obviously changing his nation. Tariq Lamptey changing his nation to Ghana.
Was there a controversial penalty or something in this game?
Oh,
I remember I
Ronaldo's,
saw it.
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo's.
penalty was soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It
Ronaldo,
was
the Ronaldo thing.
in the 99th minute, the Portuguese keeper rolled the ball out.
Oh,
They-
yeah. When he just stuffed it. Yeah. I think Ayew sprinted from behind the keeper.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
it from, but like he
No,
slipped.
it was Inaki Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squared it to Aya, didn't he?
No, he went to get
Yeah.
the ball. He slipped as he was trying to get it from, and then he just
Yeah.
fucked it up.
And he just
So-
it gets enough for the keeper. He could have tied the game.
That would have
If
equalised.
he did
at
pass
3-3.
it would have been a goal.
Yeah.
But he tried to do like a 180 and shoot.
Yeah.
But
Because
slipped.
the keeper puts it down as if to kick it,
Yeah.
and he just and just yeah. It
Should've
would have been
passed
so
it.
cool to see that too.
Another Sue at the end of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he just Sue.
Jesus Christ. Ronaldo would have been fucking fuming. He would have gone down and punched him.
Actually, the Ghana fans in this are mental.
Yeah.
Like they got all fucking full body paint and shit.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's been a few of the African teams where they've done
Yeah.
like full witch doctor paint, and it looks like really intimidating.
It looks sick.
Stands, yeah. When they're like full blown screaming and bellowing, and they got like the full white face paint and all that shit, like their big staff and stuff. I don't know. I'm trying not to be disrespectful.
That's just
I don't want-
technical terms.
Yeah.
All that gear.
Paraphernalia. Yeah. But yeah, this one ends 3-2. Scarsy, you had it 3-1. Jackie had it 4-0. Benny had it 5-1. I had it 3-0. All for Portugal. And last but not least, the last of the first round of games, Brazil versus Serbia. A very comfortable 2-0 win for Brazil over a Serbia team that, despite having good talent in it, just kind of lacks that cutting edge, I think.
Stinky Richarlison with a double.
And a fucking well taken double too.
Yeah.
I don't think that
Second
boy's stinky at all. He miraculously recovered from his injury
He's stinky.
to come to this World Cup on flames.
Neymar's out for the rest of the group games
Yeah.
too.
And you see his ankle.
Yeah.
Like a freaking tennis ball swollen underneath it.
Look, he's big as my balls, mate.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this was very open and shut for Brazil, I
Get
think.
them checked out, mate.
Richarlison's second was.
It'd be goal tournament probably.
Yeah.
Unless something.
I think we've
Just
loosely
fucking
mentioned on
outrageous.
the pod about Vinny and his Trivellas. Modric has been doing, like, teaching the Madrid boys how to Trivella. And it's a Trivella assist. It's crazy. It's not the best Trivella assist, but it's still, like, a very Brazilian goal. Trivella assist, touch around the
Overhead
corner,
kick.
bicycle, like,
Yeah.
butterfly kick, whatever you want to call it.
A what kick?
Butterfly kick.
I've heard that one before.
Brazil just keep producing flair players, like just for decades and decades.
I guess
Yeah.
it's what happens in the way that the players are brought up.
Yeah.
The way they just use football as a method
Fun.
for creativity. Yeah. I didn't think Jesus was particularly impressive when he came on either.
Nah, neither, to be honest.
But yeah, shout out to Brazil. Unlucky Serbia. Stinky Mitrovic not going to score a goal.
Struggling with that 10th goal.
Yeah, I told you, boys. I told you. So with these predictions, Scarsy had it 4-1, Jackie had it 3-2, Benny had it a 2-all draw, and I had it 2-1. We all had it in favour of Brazil. That's the end of the first round of group games, so we got some scores on the doors for our predictions here. Scarsy, out of all the games, you got 9 points. Benny got 9 points.
Fuck, that's better than I thought.
But yeah, it's better than me. I got 8.
You stink.
And Jackie got 12.
Yeah, Jackie.
I think the
Jackie.
3 exacts really
Yeah.
helped Jackie
Yeah,
out.
saved me there.
So yeah, let's get into...
Anyone else think it's very, very hard to predict the World Cup?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
I'm fucking struggling with
Because it
it.
doesn't matter the quality of teams or any of that, because
Yeah.
you're playing tournament football. It's,
Especially going into game 1 and day 2 as well.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
So-
unpredictable.
I mean, it was the same for us at the start of the Prem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying that.
until you see teams, you have no idea what you're seeing.
Just also quickly, does this add on to our
More
score?
sense than what I was talking about before.
No,
I don't
this
think
is
so.
a completely independent beast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Sure?
just- yeah. Yeah. Do you want Jackie to have another 12 points and be further ahead?
We can do it if you want.
Yeah. No, this is just...
That's,
This is its
so,
own
we, so we
thing.
don't have a forfeit for the end of the World Cup?
I think whoever's last has to buy us all a bag of lollies for the potty.
I'll buy a drink, everyone. Go buy everyone a drink.
Yeah.
The next
Yeah,
podcast.
alright, I'll rate that.
For the next potty.
Pressure.
Yeah, I'm going to get a big drink.
I'll have to nibble it.
Wales versus Iran kicks off the second round of group games.
Stinky Bale, all this chat about him being the best British player ever is rubbish. Anyway, 2-0 Iran. Well done.
Okay. That's not the takeaway I was going to have on this game. I was going to say how impressive Iran were after getting smashed.
So it's not rubbish. It's just every single page is posting he's the best British player ever, which is ludicrous.
I mean, he is 33 and struggled with ridiculous knee injuries coming into this tournament.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse him
So-
for being the best ever player.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think he's the best ever British player, but he's definitely up there.
Oh, he's definitely up there, but I think there's just too much hype.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him up there.
No.
You wouldn't put him up there.
Like, what is up there? Like top 10?
But all these media
Oh, I would
pages saying
say
he's the best ever.
Top 5. Top 5.
I think he's. I
don't
think
know.
for
I
me,
wouldn't
he's
put him in
two.
the top 5.
Neither.
He's two. I think Wayne Rooney and then Gareth Bale.
No.
Yeah. Well,
We've had this discussion
yeah.
before.
I thought you had him at number 1.
Better than George Best.
Bale. Yes.
Look at what he's won.
Yes. 100%.
I'm
He's
not-
won
I'm
4
not-
Champions League. Look what he did to Liverpool in the Champions League final.
Yeah, but George Best probably done that more than Bale did in
Yeah,
one
but
game.
George Best played in the mud pits. Like, you can't compare generationally the two. If Bale was playing the way George Best did, Bale would have 160 goals a game.
But it's like, would Bale even be able to play in mud pits?
Probably.
He gets injured on fair grass, mate.
But if you're doing the same as George Best, where you're out getting pissed and shagging birds every weekend, I'm sure Bale would be...
That adds to his even legendary status.
Yeah. It's not a discussion for a 2-0 win for Iran over Wales, I think.
No, I'm just talking about, 'cause we're talking about Wales, and I'm just talking about the headlines that came from the game.
I mean, for Wales, this is the end of their golden generation of players, realistically.
You
look
go
at the
Williams,
likes
mate.
You look at the likes of Bale, of Ramsey, Ben Davies.
That's it,
like,
really.
They're big dogs that have been... But Joe Allen, like the players that have played well for him across the last few years.
I do think that they'll keep producing Joe Allens, but Bale and I think Bale and what was the other one you said? Aaron Ramsey probably they're not going to get players like that anymore. Not for a while anyway.
Nothing wrong with Joe Allen, but
They're not going to win you a World Cup. Mate. They're not going to get you out of the group stage of the World Cup.
Oh,
Hennessy
Hennessy got the red card in the 86, and they scored both their goals in the last 2 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, which is rough. It's
What?
rough for Danny Ward to come on and...
Why is Danny Ward not starting? That's
Should be
what I
starting
was.
for Leicester.
Come on now. he has turned it around for Leicester. He's had I think 3 clean sheets in his last 5 games. He's been quite good for Leicester. I think he should be starting over Hennessy. Anyway,
Well, he's
He's
going
going
to have
next
to.
game.
Yes. But yeah, it's rough to come on in the 98th minute as a fresh goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you're
See
trying to
two.
see the game out, yeah. And you're
Hennessy,
a man.
by the way, destroys that Iranian fella's
Oh, I
head.
don't know. He catches him on the shoulder.
His knee catches him in the face.
I thought it was going to be worse than it was when I saw it. Everyone was like, he crane kicked him. I'm like, he barely catches him with his foot. It's more his body just clatters.
Isn't
into it.
his knee just hits him square in the face?
I thought I saw his like shoulder, like he just kind of smacks into him and shoulders him also. I don't know. I didn't look as gnarly as it was. It's definitely a red card. He shouldn't be doing that.
I actually didn't even watch the replays of I just seen it because I was watching the game live. I watched him do it. I was like, "That's a red," and then he gave me yellow. And then I was showing all the replays on VAR, and I was just like zoned out completely. But he gave him red, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm right."
It's another prediction correct. Yeah, predictions for this one. Skaz had it 2-0 Wales.
Oh.
Jackie and I both had it 1-0 Wales, and Benny had it 2-1 Wales. None of us saw the Iranian comeback, but shout out to him.
Yeah, fuck.
Doing the damn thing.
Congrats.
Qatar versus Senegal. Qatar become the first team to be knocked out of the World Cup
Let
in
them
their
vote.
own home World Cup. So well
Let
done.
them Lower boat.
Yeah, I will be honest. I just didn't watch. I haven't
No.
watched the highlights for it.
No,
Could have been a
neither.
great
They're
game,
just
could not
nowhere
been.
near it.
No.
They're nowhere fucking near it.
Shows how much of a shambles this World Cup is. Posted there when they're so terrible. But yeah,
Can I just ask, how did they get in the World Cup? I'm confused.
because if you host, you're automatically in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
And,
changed to that in 2002-ish. So it used to be if you won the World Cup, you get to host the next World Cup.
Yeah.
But then they changed it because it just kept going to like France, Italy,
Yeah.
fucking Germany, whoever.
Quickly on the round, if they draw with Wales next week, they qualify.
Yeah.
All they have to do is draw.
I think they draw with Wales.
Yes.
So they just
no,
beat
not
I mean,
Wales?
USA, I mean,
Yeah, the
yeah,
USA.
America.
Yeah.
So they draw with America, they go through.
Yeah, 2 draws seal the group. Pretty crazy. It'll be cool. And to be honest,
Hope it happens.
yeah, doable. Good on them. USA really.
Come on, America.
Come on, you guys.
Come on,
you, can,
dudes.
you can play football. But yeah, Qatar versus
Soccer.
Senegal. Yeah, true, soccer, sorry. Qatar versus Senegal ended 3-1 Senegal. Predictions, we all had it in the favour of Senegal. Scousey, Jackie and myself all had it 2-0. Benny had it 1-0. Up next, Netherlands versus Ecuador. A real sign of the times for the Netherlands.
Yeah.
As they draw 1-1 with the dark horse Ecuador.
Yeah, they didn't look good this game.
Did not look good this game. Ecuador Slightly. That's
They're a
the points
good
they picked
side.
up.
But way better attacking the Netherlands for sure. This game.
Cody Gakpo with a filthy finish though.
Cody Gakpo, the boy's on fire.
2 weeks in a row, isn't it?
Two.
Yeah.
Boy's on fire.
Not to mention I think his stats for his club is like
Oh.
20 goal contributions in like 18 games.
I think he's on more than Haaland.
Yeah.
More goal contributions than Haaland this season.
Damn.
Crazy. Boy's on fire.
Insanity.
Yeah. And then Valencia with another one. 3 goals in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's no easy feat.
No.
It's nothing to be sneered at all. It doesn't matter who they come against. To still score 3 goals at World Cup, it's pretty outrageous.
I think a draw is probably the best outcome for both teams.
Yeah.
They're both sitting first and second.
Yeah, well, I think that group's just about locked up, isn't it?
Yeah, if they both win their next game or even draw.
Yeah. So,
Is it Ecuador versus Senegal next?
yes.
That's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
That will be a great game, actually.
If Senegal win, do they go through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to win.
And they'd have to win by a decent margin because they lost to Netherlands 3-1.
No, Senegal just have to win.
Oh, it's just
They can win 1-0, yeah.
But yeah, this one ends 1-1. None of us had that predicted, shockingly. Scassi had it 3-1. Jackie had it 3-0. Benny had it 2-0. I had it 4-0. We all thought the Netherlands were going to turn over Ecuador. Another 0-0 game here. Probably the most frustrating World Cup game I've ever watched. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's so fucking boring. England versus the USA. Ends 0-0. England just decided they didn't want to win this game.
Well, it was a great result according to Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, look. we're not going to debate whether Southgate's a good coach because...
Well, it's coming home, isn't it?
Mate, look, it's still coming home. I'm still wearing the shirt. I've still got 3 lines on it, mate. But if you go out to not win a game, it's just fucking annoying.
It sort of guarantees your progression.
Almost. Well, no.
No.
There's a world
Even
where
if
we
you
don't. If we lose 3-0 to... I think
Yeah.
we have to lose 4-0 to Wales
Yeah.
Oh,
to
really?
not go through, yeah. So, look. But...
Oh, that's smart then. Why are you so upset?
I'm not upset. I'm upset, A, because we're at a World Cup and you just want to go out and fucking murder teams. And teams like
Sound
Iran,
upset.
USA, I am upset, but I'm not upset. It's annoying. Like, I'm annoying because I woke up at 5 a.m. to watch a fucking 0-0 draw where Harry Kane decided he was going to play fucking CDM the whole
How do
game.
you think Scouse feels?
But Scouse not English, so he's not that invested. Like,
Well, if England lose against Wales and USA beat Iran, then England are out. So England kind of have to draw or win that game.
No,
it would
it's
be
a-
tied points
it's a
because,
goal difference thing.
yeah.
No, because USA are on 2 points, England on 4.
Oh, yeah.
So if USA win and England lose,
Yeah.
England have to win or draw.
Yeah, as long as we get a result from it, which
Yeah.
if we do that same shit again, we can fucking shit ass and 0-0 draw. But
Surely get a draw, yeah.
But the thing is, Wales are going to
Play
want to beat
Foden.
us. Wales are basically out of the competition. They need a miracle to get through. And to them, to win the World Cup would be to beat England anyway. It would be just as big for them. So it's just annoying. Like, I've listened to a lot of opinions. I've listened to a lot of people talk about this game. And the opinion I kind of like, annoyingly, is the one that Southgate set out to do this. Like, this was an intentional choice and it's worked out because he's set out to get a draw and he's got a draw. And nobody's got hurt, nobody's got injured, nobody's worked too hard. We've taken it basically as a rest game after playing the longest game of World Cup history at fucking 40 degrees.
Yeah, but then you've got to go put it all on the line against Wales.
Yeah, I mean,
Wouldn't you rather try and just
Yeah.
beat USA and then rest the last game and be qualified?
no, because that Wales game is always going to be a bitch. Like, for the reason I just said, Wales want to come out and smash England. I mean, so do USA, but I think, and also if you go out and
It's just the
absolutely-
geography of it.
yeah, if you go out and flatten Wales, everybody's going to be back on side more so than if we beat the fucking fight and win nerds of USA. I don't know. I don't like it anyway. I'd rather we go out and put another 6 past the team and get everybody pumping and bumping. But
You wanted to have a rant on this game, didn't you?
Just more Foden. It's just ridiculous how he's not playing.
yeah, he definitely should have played over. He should have came on for Sterling in like the 20th minute.
Yeah.
Sterling, I think, was not good this game at all. Didn't offer anything going forward. But to be fair, it's because he was filling the hole that Harry Kane just decided he didn't want to play in.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times Saka and Shaw both cut balls across the box where if your striker was there, we're 2-0 up. and Harry Kane was fucking chatting to Maguire on the halfway line. I just don't understand. But that's a choice that Southgate's made. It's what he's told him to do. What can
And
I
no
fucking do
no
about it?
Trent as well.
Yeah, I think, he looks dead. No creativity in the game, and the two best creative players for England are sat on the bench.
I think. Sorry, you go.
I think Trent should have come on for Henderson instead of Henderson. That centre mid.
Henderson.
No, Henderson came on.
Yeah, no,
as a
no.
centre, I'm saying instead of Henderson, it should have been Trent.
I don't.
I thought Henderson looked really well when he came on, but I do
He was
agree
playing
Trent
his
should
own-
have came on.
The thing is, Henderson did look good. He looked like forward moving and stuff, but he was playing his own game because nobody else was helping him.
Yeah.
So he was just sprinting at players, closing them down, and then just looked like
I
dickheads.
don't understand. If you got to play like Harry Kane, surely Trent has to play. Like the amount of balls
Yeah.
Trent would be whipping into
Yeah,
Kane.
but
would be
Harry Kane's not
ridiculous.
there.
Trent also lacks defensively, and
Yeah.
you know.
There was a couple of
Against-
balls that got to the back post that Trippier had to deal with, and you like as great as it would have been Trent going forward, you'd question whether
Yeah.
Trent would get to those balls at the back post.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If you play a back five, then you play Trent. More coverage.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't going for the draw. He
Wales,
just
Wales,
doesn't-
he'll play the back five,
Really?
or he'll save it for the knockout games.
Yeah, knockout games.
It's
It's
coming.
interesting that he's done that, but I sort of see the appeal. Like, why not bring Trent on late in the game for Trippier to try and
Yeah.
provide something else, put it in the box. But then,
Southgate does this where he picks players knowing full well he's not going to use them. Like James Maddison is that World Cup.
He's
but
injured.
He's not going to get used.
Yeah, Madison's got a knee injury. That's why he hasn't played yet, because he hasn't been on the bench because he's got a knee injury.
Yeah, but Foden and Trent should be playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
100%
ridiculous.
Foden should have come. It's mentally he didn't.
Foden should be starting. I don't know how the fuck Raheem Sterling gets
I
started.
think if Foden and Trent were playing, like Kane wouldn't be dropping back like that. So you'd already have those players creating
It's
that
the way,
form.
it's the way Southgate's setting him out. Though. That's what like.
Well, it's silly.
Yeah, it's fucking shit, but gets results, and if it wins us a World Cup, I won't be complaining too much. But yeah, shitty nil.
It's a big
draw.
if.
It's a big if,
that
but
chance of that happening, mate.
there's 3 lines on a shirt. This game, predictions for this one, Scassi and Jackie had it as a 3-1, Benny had it as a 1-0, I had it 2-1, all in the favour of the Lions. Unlucky. Game that happened last night, we were at the pub watching, Jackie with another exact, is Tunisia versus Australia.
Shire.
The old Duke, mate, popping up with a great header.
was-
After a fantastic ball from Craig
You're a
Goodwin, and I
fucking
will not
idiot.
hear otherwise.
It wasn't even just a header. Like Duke came back to the semicircle in his own half to win the ball, and then sprinted the whole way, like 60 meters, to get back in the box.
Lovely layoff from him too. Like
Yeah.
the ball got drilled at him. He does like a little fucking flick.
The amount of work he put into that goal was
I
fucking
want to give
sick.
credit to him too, because we were at the pub with a couple of young Aussie lads, and they were saying, Duke shouldn't be starting because he plays in the Japanese second division, whatever. It should be McLaren starting over him. But to show that work rate, that's the reason why.
Oh, he was on fire that game.
Yeah.
Just jumping in every single time, like tackles,
Yeah,
blocks,
he hurt himself
interceptions.
like 2 minutes after he scored because he
Yeah.
did 2 massive tackles on him.
Can I just ask you boys, do you think it was a great ball from Goodwin? Would you describe it as a great ball?
No,
Exactly. Jay.
no way.
Well, Duke's had to go back.
But it was deflected.
Yeah, it was deflected.
It bounced off his foot, down into the ground, up. It's a
It was
complete
too
deflection
low.
ball.
Like it wasn't going anywhere near his head. It's because like it hit him on the bottom of his studs and it bounced and went up.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Can I give my reasoning as to
It's
why
an
it's a great
assist,
ball?
but
Can I give my reasoning?
Yeah,
as
but
to
it's
why a
wrong.
great
But go
ball?
on.
You can't preface someone's argument by saying it's wrong. It's not
Well, I
how
can,
you
because
talk to
you
people.
argued it last
It's
night.
not
and
how
I
you
said
have
to
a
you-
conversation with people.
Okay, go. Sorry, you go.
The ball, from what he's got to do, he's on the move. Like, if he stops and doesn't do anything, he gets tackled. If he tries to beat his man, he risks it. All he's got is that ball in, and to even get it, to put it where he puts it, it's the percentage play of it, putting it under the foot and hoping something like that happens. Either it comes low and early, or it catches that bounce and it goes in. For
Yeah.
what he had to do, it's a great ball.
Says no. What you've just described is a great idea. He's done exactly the right thing.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
hit it
I'm trying to
early.
make.
That's not a great ball because the ball's not great. He hits someone's foot, it bounces down,
But he still-
goes in the box. It's not a
I
great
can
ball.
have lots of great thoughts, but if I don't do anything with them, then they're not real. Whereas he's had the thought and he's done it.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's been like, I'm going to deflect this off
Yeah,
this
no, he's
defender's
not.
foot.
He's not Happy Gilmore. He's not saying I'm going to ding it off this. It's going to come off the goalpost, come off some mate in the like. But what he's got is a great ball. I think it's well hit.
I think great, yeah, maybe a decent good ball, but great's a bit like.
I'm saying great.
You can't call it a great ball. It's complete deflection.
It's a great ball. It's a great ball and it's a fantastic header, and I will hear nothing otherwise.
Okay.
I want to bring up my main man. I've mentioned him probably 4 or 5 times in this potty. Harry Suter.
Oh, what a fucking
mate,
game.
What a
performance this
fucking
was.
guy.
This boy,
Hasn't
Absolute.
one game in 12 months he's played.
the most Scottish Australian man that's ever lived.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He had a
Literally.
fucking belter of a game.
ACL surgery.
He's
out
my
for a
favourite
year.
Australian player.
Hey, Harry Suter. It's a great game for us Aussies. But yeah, he was immense. We were all saying, like, he was just fantastic.
That
He was
last man
everywhere.
tackle he made.
Yeah.
When old mate went to kick the ball and
Yeah.
bounced it in his head.
The block he made,
There's
where
a
he's
block,
just, they
yeah.
had the open goal and he just thumped his big 6'8" body in front of it.
Was that a fantastic ball from Tunisia? Because it deflected off the defender's head.
Listen, it's great, not fantastic.
Why not? Paid off, didn't
It's
it?
a fantastic block. It's a fantastic block, mate. I'm not hearing it. I think it was great, and I'm not hearing anything otherwise. I want to see you blokes try and do that fucking thing and tell me
No, it
it's
was a
not
great
great.
ball from Tunisia, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great
Yeah,
for
there you
Tunisia. It was a fantastic block by Suter, though. It's all in the word.
Anyway, up the Aussies.
Up the Aussies.
Oi, oi, oi.
This genuinely puts them in with a shot of making it through.
I think they
Yeah.
can do it.
They've got to get the result.
Draw.
Draw.
don't we? We just need a draw.
I
with
think
Denmark.
I'm the only one that backed them not to go through, but that's just a skeptic in me.
I don't think I backed them.
I
I
backed
think
them.
You used 2 back draws and you got the win, so that would carry them through, wouldn't it?
Huh?
A draw would carry them through, wouldn't it?
A draw against
oh,
Denmark.
okay, and
Denmark.
the predictions
Draw
coming up. Yeah.
Denmark, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're coming from now.
I've tipped Australia to go through first.
Can you
1-0
imagine?
1-0 wins every game.
Australia go through, Iran go through. Australia versus Iran. Australia beat Iran. Imagine.
Well, we're going to win the World Cup, so
Yeah.
fucking let's go the Aussies.
Yeah, that's mental. Yeah, so 1-0 win here. Like I said, Jackie bang on the nose again with his 1-0 prediction. Benny, you had this as a 1-1, and Scassi had it 2-1, and I had it 2-0 in the favour of Australia. All the boys, except for Benny, back in
It would have been
Australia.
right if it wasn't for Suter.
Big old Harry Suits, mate.
Guys.
Poland versus Saudi Arabia. This happened 11 p.m. I
Yep.
watched about 20 minutes of it before I passed out because I was too pissed.
Yeah,
It
then
was
watch
so
it.
fun. Yeah.
I should have flicked it on, eh?
by
I
the time I
put
got
Superbad on instead.
Yeah, I got home, got out the old courtesy bus, stuck this on the iPad, and then fell asleep on the sofa and didn't wake up until Mrs. got home from work. 2-0. Pretty open and shut. Saudi Arabia not able to replicate their Argentinian brilliance. Again, I'll be honest, I haven't watched highlights because I woke straight up and came here this morning.
Yeah,
so-
I haven't watched anything of the games this morning.
Lewandowski goal. 16 shots to 9 for Saudi Arabia. More possession, but Holland's more clinical.
Yeah. I do like the Saudi Arabian coach is French, and he has to have a translator for everything he says.
Really?
And the translator translates in his same tone. So, like the halftime speech against Argentina, I was watching it yesterday.
Says in
Everything
English.
everything the coach is doing, the translator's doing in Arabic. So the exact same movements, the same tone in his voice, and it's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Like usually you see a translator and they're just like,
Yeah.
And the French dude's speaking English to the team as well.
Yeah.
He's not even speaking French.
yeah, which is I suppose it helps that he's not speaking French being translated to Arabic with English subtitles when I'm watching it. It's not straight on the tone, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, and the way he was talking too, like revving them up, like this is the only time you get to do this shit. So get
Yeah.
out.
If you want a picture of Messi, fucking
Yeah. Do it after the game. We didn't mention too against Argentina. The left back Al Sharani,
Yeah.
his horrible head injury where he's broke his jaw in half, his teeth,
Cracked his whole skull.
his orbital bone. The king of Saudi Arabia paid for a private plane to pick him up from Qatar straight to Germany, straight for surgery on his face. So he gets a Rolls Royce and his face surgery sorted out.
I go play over in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Book a flight, boys.
This one ends 2-0. Obviously, we've kind of had a chat, but we don't. Most of these next 3 games, in all honesty, I've not seen anything of.
Neither.
So, predictions
Save it
for
till
this
next
one.
week.
Yeah, maybe we do that because I have no opinion on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll
We'll,
be a bit better viewing for you guys.
we'll save
Rather
these
than us
3.
to say, oh, yep, this happened.
Yeah.
So by the end of next week, we should have we've got the back end of these second round games and the third round games. I think will all been played.
Yeah.
By next week, so we'll be on to the round of 16.
Exciting stuff.
Exciting times, but yeah, I will touch on this: the Argentina-Mexico result. Messi becomes the first player to get an assist in 5 different World Cups.
What was our predictions for the 3 though?
We might as well just tell the scores.
Oh, okay, we'll do
say our
predictions. Yeah, and we'll touch on the games next week, I suppose. Yeah. So predictions for Poland, Saudi Arabia. Skas had it 1-0. Benny had it 2. Jackie had it 2-1. Sorry. Benny had it 3-0. I had it 3-0. All in the favour of Poland. France, Denmark ended 2-1. Jackie and Scassi both had it 3-0. Benny had it 3-2. I had it 2-1.
Yes,
all for
Cal.
France. Get in there. I mean, this is all.
Genius.
This is individual ones, mate. So you don't have to celebrate.
Fuck you,
for me,
Cal.
but I appreciate it after the way you speak about me the last few weeks. Another exact in this one: 2-0 Argentina over Mexico. Scassi, you had it on the nose at 2-0.
Of course, mate.
Jackie had it 3-2. Benny had it 2-1. I had it 3-1.
A must-win game for Argentina.
Argentina, and they pulled it out. So credit to them. But yeah, I think that's a World Cup roundup for now. What we got next for you lovely people at home is the old Quizinho.
World Cup quiz.
World
Cup
Cup
quiz.
quiz.
Quizinaldo.
Can I have the...
Yeah, the what?
is that the quiz music?
Yeah.
I thought Scouse had one.
Welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, Scouse.
There we go.
Where's my backup vocals? Where's my-
Yeah,
Sorry.
we need to work on that.
Yeah, we will. We'll get
training
that.
done for that.
A champion. I would sing the Europa League song for United Boys, but I don't know it.
Oh fuck. Just before we get started, let's get a roundup of points. So I'm obviously out of this one, but I do hold the crown. I think I've got 3 now.
I don't know. I think you have 3.
Yeah, I think I've got 3. Is everyone keeping track of their own?
Yeah, I got 6. No, I got 1.
I'm taking my unofficial 1 still.
Yeah.
I've got 1.
I think that's right.
My 1.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 1 has an asterisk next
So
to it.
this will put someone in second place.
Oh.
So we'll start off as we normally do with guessing the player. Okay.
For 5 players.
5 players, and then you got there's 5 players, 10 quiz questions. There's a few really difficult ones in there and a few dead easy ones. So good luck to you.
Buzz?
Buzz names. And don't answer until I say who it is. All right, thanks.
Yes,
You guys at home get involved as well. But yeah, don't answer until I
He's
call
very
you buzzer.
strict this week,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, damn.
The crown's changed me, you know. All right, let's crack on. All right, I started my professional career at Emelec in Ecuador in 2010.
Scouse. Valencia.
Which Valencia?
The striker.
Correct.
What?
And
NL?
Valencia. Yeah, I'll take it.
I fucking know.
All right, well done, Scouse.
I just want to do it.
1-0 to Scouse. I should write these. No,
I was going to say. Should record scores because last time you did it, we just ended up free ball and scores and
Can
then
you
Scouse
keep
got
your
it.
score? Because I've got nowhere to write on my notes.
God.
You don't have to write anything, yeah? Well,
Yeah, of course we do.
keep it in your head. Nah, don't. Sorry for the listeners.
God, this
Scouse
bloke.
is going to keep track of the scores.
Am I there?
Isn't that what you stated?
I did my score. All right, I'll do all of them then.
Cal's
I'll
got it.
record it. I'll record it.
Okay, now.
Stop fucking around.
Get better.
Alright. Hang on, where am I? Okay. I made my debut for Independiente in 1997.
7 Pendiente.
What the fuck is that?
Yes.
No.
Next question.
I don't even know what country that's in.
7. I would know the country,
Next clue.
but I don't want to take a guess just yet.
Okay. I've played in England, Spain, and Italy's top flight leagues.
Cal. Luis Suarez.
Incorrect. Anyone else? You got next clue?
Wait, he made his debut in 97.
Yes, 97 he made his debut for Independiente. Apologies if I'm butchering that.
You're spot on, mate.
Yeah, I can't guess that.
I have over 100 caps for my country, Uruguay, scoring 36 goals.
Cal. Eddie Cavani.
Incorrect.
Bastard.
Anyone else? Boys, you got to get on
Scouts.
it.
Oh no, Golden.
No.
Yeah.
I think Cal might have this. I was a striker playing for Manchester United.
Cal. Diego Forlan.
Correct.
You finish your sentence, man.
I was going to say Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, and Inter Milan. Yeah. So that's one to Scouts, one to Cal.
There we go.
Next player. I began my career with Ajax in 1992.
Jesus Christ. And that's a broad one.
Yeah.
Can I just...
Jack. Van der Sar.
Incorrect.
92. So that'd be what? 30 years into it. So they're probably retired by now.
Scouts. Van Nistelrooy.
Incorrect.
Suarez.
Incorrect.
Oh, he didn't start.
I played for 6 clubs in my pro career. Ajax, Sampdoria, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Botafogo.
Cal. Seedorf.
Correct.
Clarence.
Big
Well
man like
done,
Clarence.
Cal.
Clarence.
All right. This is the second last one of the players. I began my career with Sparta Prague in 1998.
Cal.
Yes.
Czech.
Incorrect. Next clue.
98, did you say?
98, yes. All right, next clue. I played 149 games for Dortmund before moving to the Premier League.
That's a... tricky
Scouts.
one.
Aubameyang.
Incorrect.
Dortmund to the Prem. It's not. Oh. Yeah, I'm stumped on this one, Mosh.
Next clue. I captained Czech Republic over a 10-year period.
Czech Republic. That's what I thought. It was a man like Petter. It's not. So who I thought he would captain. You got me on time frames here. Sparta Prague to the Premier League. Czech
Dortmund.
Republic player. Yeah. It's going to be an obvious name. I'm trying to think of players.
Czech Republic players.
Yeah, Czech players.
Do you want the last clue?
Might as well.
Where is it?
Have some more clues ready for us.
I don't think you need it. I was a midfielder for Arsenal.
Oh.
Jack. Oh, is it Thomas Rosicky?
Yeah,
It is Thomas
Bastard. Bastard, yeah. Nice, Jackie.
All right. The final
Good
player
I
pick.
didn't realise he was Dortmund before he was...
Neither did I. That's why I threw it in there. 'Cause
149 games. Too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, final player pick. I think probably the hardest. So good luck, boys. Number 1.
Sicky.
I burst on the scene for Feyenoord in 2005 before getting snapped up for Real Madrid.
Ooh. Cal. Gotti.
No.
Just threw it out there because I know you love him.
Who?
Like, Gotti?
2005 Feyenoord.
Yeah.
So?
Debuted in 2005 for Feyenoord.
Yeah.
Then went to Madrid.
Yes. He actually went to Madrid in 2007. Yeah, he started his career in 2005.
Jack Snyder.
Incorrect. All right. Clue number 2. I was considered one of the best up-and-coming left wingers in the world.
Scouts. That's wrong. I don't want to say it now.
No, you buzzed in, mate. You gotta...
I was going to say, I can't say that. 2005 debut. It was way,
Say
yeah.
it, mate. Make yourself a...
Graham Souness.
Cal. Jesse Rodriguez?
No. I made a loan move to Everton, where I was known for being a very poor professional player.
Yeah, I know this. I know this. This is pissing me off now.
I feel like I can see his face.
No. Cal. Kevin Morales?
Incorrect.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. But he wasn't, he was a good professional. He was a top bloke. I'm
This
just trying to
guy's
think.
notorious for being bad.
Yeah, fucking hell. He's in that same Everton team though, I can see it. Bastard.
Yeah. I'll give you the last clue, but it's not going to help a whole lot, I don't think.
Was it a clue then?
My career broke down as I moved to a handful of lower division clubs, including Reading and Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Stumped one.
Yeah.
Very tough one.
So,
It was hard to find clues on this guy.
finaled to Madrid,
Madrid to
went
Everton.
back to Everton, and then ended up at Reading. And
There was clubs in between, but
Yeah.
none that are really notorious.
is he Dutch?
He is Dutch, yes.
Okay. Dutch wingers.
I'll give you another
Ay,
clue
ay.
as well. He is of the dark skin variation.
Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting. It doesn't help me that much, but this is, if you've got this at home, credit to you.
Yes.
You're sat at the screen yelling at us for being clowns right now. So, finaled, up and coming talent. Ay. 2007.
When did he go to Everton?
2012? 2011, 12 and 12 season? He loaned.
2012. Ay.
I can't think of any Dutch players that play for Everton.
Yeah, I can picture him. Like, I see him in the shirt. I can't. That's the thought. I just have a still image in my head of this bloke.
Alright. I can't really think of many clues to give you, but another clue would be he had dreads. Ponytail dreads, I believe.
Ay. I am.
All I can think of is Edgar.
Yeah, he had a similar look to Edgar Davids.
Thinking of Valencia, but he's not in Dutch.
Valencia.
Yeah, the other player that played up front called Valencia Everton. He definitely wasn't
that was
Dutch.
Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
He actually didn't have the dreads at Everton.
Okay, so that's just.
It's not
Oh,
you.
he was like, I guess he was known for him before, but yeah.
It's not your
Yeah.
Kubu.
Dutch player from Madrid, up and coming talent at the time.
It's Everton. 2012.
Everton. That's the.
So he's at Madrid from 2007 to 2012.
Yes. But
That's a
he
long time.
only played 46 games.
Jeez.
Can you give us a shirt number?
For Everton?
Yeah. Because Madrid would be like 67 or something.
God, I've got no names. I've got nothing.
Either. Dutch Everton from
When you're going
Madrid.
to say it, I'm really going to go, who the hell is that? Or, oh, no shit.
I reckon you'll know
Poor
it.
professional
It's
too.
number 10 for Everton.
Number 10.
Oh,
Oh,
for
my
fuck's
God.
sake.
That's even worse. In 2012. God,
You know Teta wear number 10 for a bit?
I think he did.
Kubu, Valencia.
You are an Everton fan, Sky, so you should have this, mate. Gosh. I'm stumped.
I don't know
I've got
how-
nothing.
Can we have his first name?
Give it away, but yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Royston.
Oh, I've
That does not help.
got nothing.
What? Royston.
Jack Royston.
I've got. That's just, I don't know this.
Really?
I don't
Did he only
know.
play on the left for Everton?
He might have played like in the midfield a little bit, but
No. I'll hold my hands up. I
Yeah, I got nothing.
everyone can see.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, you know who he is. I know you know who he is because
Give me 30 more seconds. And
Okay, yeah. All right, listeners at home, here's 30 seconds of dead air.
Starting.
I need perfect silence while I work out this question.
All right, I'm just gonna give it away because I don't
Yeah.
think any of that. Royston Drenthe.
No idea. Never heard of him. In my
Really?
life. Never.
Trent
Never
Fane,
heard of
no,
her.
I would never guess.
Royston Drenthe. You never heard of him?
No.
No.
Never heard of her.
No.
No, you guys are idiots.
No. I thought I knew it, but no.
Who's what countries he play for now?
Remember him?
I've probably seen him like once come off the bench.
No,
Really?
never
Oh,
heard of
okay.
him.
Does he even play for Netherlands right now?
No, he only capped him once. He's done. That's why I said his career fell
Yeah.
down. I did say that. In the
One
clue.
game for Netherlands.
Okay. Well, thanks, Ben, for making up a question none of us know.
Yeah, well.
Well, I thought Scouse
Wants to keep his crown, doesn't he?
I told you it was hard. Anyway, sorry about that, listeners.
God, yeah, thanks, listeners at home. Sorry for the 2 minutes of us just sitting here going,
I think that's your bad, but
If anyone at home got that, it's impressive.
that's our bad.
well, he's a
Fuck
real
off.
player.
Rare that you
Drenfe.
knew. Yeah.
Royston Drenthe. Anyway,
God.
on to the quiz questions.
Are we buzzing for
Score
this?
update, please, Cal.
Score update. I'm on 2. Scass and Jack are both on 1. And
Okay.
The listeners at home are at -1.
Yeah.
Are we buzzing for this as well?
Yeah, buzz for this.
Alright.
All right, number 1, the 2026 World Cup. Sorry,
2000.
just preferencing as well. This is for 3 points. This is 3 points up for grabs in this question.
Is it the 3 countries that are
Yes.
hosting? Cal. USA, Mexico, Canada.
Correct.
Yes.
You get to finish the question. I thought you said you got to finish the question for an answer.
No, I didn't say that. You buzz in. Anything.
He said you have to wait till he says your name to answer.
What was the question?
Yeah, I didn't get the question.
The question was, the 2026 World Cup will be hosted across 3 different countries. Name the countries.
I thought you said 2006.
Oh, I didn't.
Said 2026.
That's a you problem, Jack.
All I have is in 2026.
Right, this is
How about speak clearer?
this is
Go.
the only question that isn't related to the World Cup. Did you hear that? English rock star Elton John was twice the owner of which
Cal.
football club?
Watford.
Correct. Fucking hell, Cal.
Watford
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
through and through.
All right, number 3. What team is former Manchester United coach Carlos Queiroz managing of
Cal.
in the World Cup?
Iran.
Correct. You boys can chime in
Did
anytime.
you just
you
chat
want.
the Cal last night?
Can't help that I know ball, mate.
Yeah, just answering questions
There's
before the
been 4
sentence is
questions
finished.
here with Me United.
What are we meant to do?
Where was the 2006 World Cup held?
Jack, Germany.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Just don't answer until you select it, especially in a tight call like that.
No.
Thanks, Jake.
I had it.
Yeah,
All right, number 5. Who was the top goal scorer at the 2018
Cal.
World Cup?
Harry Kane.
Correct. What was the official song for the 2010 World
Cal.
Cup?
Waka Waka by Shakira.
Correct.
Shakira.
Cal's World Cup
link
knowledge.
there. PK. Fucking hell.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
This is rigged.
Who scored the last goal of the 2018 World Cup?
Scouse.
Oh, he's just buzzed in to buzz in. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, fucking Mbappe.
Nah.
Cal. Giroud.
Incorrect.
Jack Griezmann.
Incorrect.
Cal. Modric.
Incorrect.
Scouse. Benzema.
Incorrect.
Jack Lloris.
Incorrect.
Lloris.
Just had to go. What was the final score of the World Cup final?
4-2. France vs Croatia.
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 Yeah, nice.
Creative.
Cal. Brozovic.
Incorrect.
We're just going to go through a name.
Pogba.
Correct.
Which team?
Croatia.
Yeah.
Lovren.
Incorrect. Croatian
Should have had
striker.
no Liverpool
Cal.
questions, man.
Mandzukic.
Mandzukic is correct.
It does ring a bell now, actually.
It was like 2 minutes after Mbappe, so unlucky skills. Number 8. Who is German's captain?
Scouse. Neuer.
Correct. Number 9. Who was the first player to get red carded at the 2022 World Cup?
Jack.
Jack.
Hennessy.
Correct. And the final question, who is the Belgian manager?
Cal. Roberto Martinez.
Correct. Flew away with that one, Cal.
I think so.
Oh, you know the questions, man.
The Great United
Disgusting.
Conspiracy.
I'm on the quiz next week, Jack. I got you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
No, well done, Cal.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, you're second
There we
place now.
Well, no, I'm back to tied with everybody else. None of my one is no longer an asterisk.
You did smash that though. Well done.
On what street did Steven Gerrard grow up? Come on, I got this.
What suburb in Liverpool is Trent from?
Just going to be not only just Liverpool football team, just very direct Liverpool geographic knowledge.
What's Klopp's middle name?
Jürgen. I think that's. Oh, we've got predictions for the final round of group games to go through, and I think that will draw us to a close. Of
I
this.
did want to also just touch on the United owners, Glazers,
Yeah, go on.
putting us up for sale,
Putting us up
or
for sale.
looking at offers basically, not
Thanks to
putting us up for
Ronaldo.
sale. Hey, yeah,
Ronaldo?
yeah, it looks like maybe it made its mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting.
I have a question for you. The figures that I've seen are like 5.8,
Yeah.
5 billion. Is that, to me, that seems like it's pricing out bidders.
No.
No, that's.
It's
I think
not.
that's.
It's worth.
You reckon that's
Yeah,
fair?
we'll get.
You forget the marketing giant that
Yeah.
Manchester United is. It's unlike any other football club in that regard. There's
That's-
more shirts worldwide, more merchandise, everything. From a business perspective, it's worth.
But the club was valued at 4.6.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's hard because in the market today, I think there's so many of those overseas billionaires that are trying to get in.
Yeah.
Now that they're seeing, what happened with Newcastle, City, all that.
Liverpool, the bids.
Liverpool, the bids have been big Saudi boys. So I think that the market is driven up because of that. Because they're trying, and we're talking about Liverpool and United, two of the biggest clubs in the league, both up for sale at the same time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool's bids sort of grew a bit. Because what were they, 4.7?
Yeah, something like that.
So I wouldn't.
4.4. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Four something.
4 in there. So.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool started to increase in value a little bit.
It's also an inflated time for football World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've already had a bid, I think, or
Apple.
Yeah.
no, Sir Jim Radcliffe has bid,
Yeah.
which as
Or
well.
He's in talks for
Well, he's
like
in
a
talk- yeah.
conglomerate.
But I don't know. To me, probably not the right person for it, given that he's not on the level of richness as what is at other clubs.
No, but it won't
Is he
just
English?
be. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's English.
And
It's
he
better
loves
than
United.
anywhere else.
But
to
the
be
thing
honest.
is, it won't just be him. It'll be a backing of him and a bunch of other. It'll be a consortium, not conglomerate. Sorry, the same as Chelsea, whereas Ted Lasso is a face. He's not the one that owns it. He's just the face of the consortium that's bought it.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll have the money to do what sort of
Yeah.
City and
It's not
Newcastle
just his
do.
money. That's what I'm saying. It'll be
Yeah, I don't
money
think.
behind him being
even-
fueled from other investors.
Even then, I don't think that it'll be that sort of money.
That won't be Saudi money.
Yeah.
Untold.
But
trillions.
I did want to ask, what do you guys want for Liverpool? Because I think we're in pretty much in the same boat now, and it's sort of had me sort of thinking, would I want someone who's English, sort of knows the club? Like I think Sir Jim Radcliffe's a boyhood Manchester United fan. But I want someone who's like that, who probably doesn't have the money
Yeah.
behind him as what we could get, or would you want the money? Because I think that's where the league's going, in my opinion.
Well, you want both. You want the
Well, I
money
think
and the
Oh, of
passion.
course.
I think I said that last week. Like, if you don't have a, let's just say, oil money owner,
You get left behind.
you're gonna get left behind.
And look at City and Newcastle for an example. Like they have that type of money, but the structure of the club's still intact and promising. So I think you can have both.
I think it's
Yeah.
a few as the face. Like the Newcastle one for me is a big one because
Yeah.
those owners are sensational. They're
And
there
they-
every game. They
Yeah.
adopted Newcastle as their own. Like, and the players they brought in, the way they've done it, the manager they went out and got. Like they have a system and a
It seems like those big boys are very proud to own like a big
yeah.
footballing team as
Yeah.
well. Like I don't think the type of people to buy the club and fuck off.
Now, the thing that's dodgy is how they get their money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the human rights and the lack of
Yeah.
that's
declaration.
everywhere. Like look at Apple.
Yeah.
Like the way they build
Yeah,
their phones, the way everything gets manufactured from Asian countries, like
yeah.
Yeah,
to everything that we buy and
Working
consume.
stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
yeah.
There's another thing as well with the United sale. Apparently, it's basically come out that whoever buys United is going to scrap Old Trafford because it's just because I think they said it's to renovate. It's upwards of 8 years of renovations that it'll take to renovate it and get it to a place that's reasonable.
Or build a new stadium.
Yeah. So if whoever comes in will basically have to build
That's what I mean.
brand new
Glazers
stadium.
Would you
Yeah.
want
If
to build a
anybody
new
ever
stadium?
questions it. I mean,
I don't know.
that-
No, ideally, no, but you can't sit and wait 8 years renovating a stadium. In my opinion.
Look at the way football's going. You look at these Qatari stadiums that they threw up for this World Cup, most of which are going to be downsized or completely demolished after the World
The
Cup.
thing is, like in that 8 years, you could do all the face value stuff in terms of like
It's-
renovating.
Yeah, it's not really
And
to
do all
us
the other
to-
stuff.
Financial viability, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Whether doing that, you're just going to end up scrapping it anyway. I think, you look at the San Siro, they're pulling down the San Siro and building a new stadium. I think
Emirates was another one.
Emirates, taking down
was it
Highbury,
Highbury.
Upton Park, like, these stadiums are prolific, they're magnificent, and they're historic, but
Yeah, there comes a point I
there
feel
comes
like
a point where it's time to
outdated.
modernise. And sad as that is, as terrible as that is, I'm a big lover of history, but I think for the betterment of United and Greater Manchester, perhaps you put a brand new stadium up.
Enfield's going to be the last one standing.
Potentially, think of all the big. You've got the Ibrox, you've got. Well, look at Everton, Goodison Park. They're pulling that bitch down.
Yeah.
They're building a new one.
Yeah.
The good thing with Enfield, it's still like up and functioning really well. Good thing with our owners, they invested a lot in the training facilities and renovations consistently over the last 10 years.
Good
So
owners,
Yeah, it would be
just
nice.
genuinely good owners.
yeah,
Compared
Instead
to
of
fucking the Glazers, you take
14
money out.
years of fucking neglecting.
well, we did have Hicks and Gillette nearly sent us into administration. So
Yeah. Yeah, true. You've been through it. But yeah,
it's just a shift thing with business, I guess. You get people that just want to bleed money out of it.
yeah.
You want investors that actually care about the business that they have shares in.
Passion.
I would love to see for both Liverpool and United, I would love to see the next owners of both be the right owners, because I would love to see United and Liverpool back at the top.
I can't really see Liverpool's owners, next owners being bad. Just because I feel like FSG will.
That's what we
I don't-
thought.
Well,
That's what we thought of the Glazers.
I think FSG have been unbelievably good for you, so I think
That's what
it's
I mean. I
very
think they'll.
easy to be bad.
Because they're not desperate to sell. So I think they're just waiting for the
Pick
right
right.
people. Yeah, because I think the Glazers, they're more desperate to sell.
They just want out. They're just done.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
FSG, they're like, look, we're happy to keep the club, but if someone's coming in, we'll give it up.
From Glazer, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But yeah,
Unless you're in that world of knowing who's who and money, like you really have no idea who's coming in until 2-3 years down the track.
Yeah.
Like we're in this world, we know football what we claim to.
Well, Julian Ward's gone at the end of the season,
Yeah.
which is
that's
crazy.
The replacement for Edwards.
Edwards, no, Julian Ward's gone. I think that's on the back of FSG, so wonder who our new sport director is going to be. That's fucking interesting.
Nice to have one.
I'll be one in 6 months.
But yeah, bit of club chat. Back to our predictions for the final group games of the World Cup.
Yep.
The all-important deciders across the board. Kicks off with Ecuador versus Senegal. Low-scoring game we predict for this one. Scassi has it 1-0 Senegal. Jackie has it 2-1 Senegal. And Benny and I have it as a 1-1 draw. Netherlands versus Qatar. Scassi and Benny pick this one 3-0. I have it 4-0. Jackie has it 2-1. Predicting the Qataris to get a goal on the final day. Iran versus USA. Scassi, you've got this one 2-0 USA. Jackie's got it 1-0 USA. Benny has it 3-1 USA. I have it 3-1 USA. I think I would have changed that after watching that second game, but it is what it is. Wales versus England. Scassi and I both pick it 3-1 in the favour of England. Jackie picks it 2-0 Wales, and Benny picks it 2-0 England. Jackie's
You picked
feeling a bit
2-0
fruity.
Wales.
I have
Fucking
He's a
hell.
crazy guy.
It's not a wild shout in this World Cup. Anything can go.
Tunisia versus France. Scassi picks it 2-0 France. Jackie has it 3-0 France. Benny and I both have it 4-0 France. Australia versus Denmark. Jackie stayed on his theme of picking 1-0 Australia.
the fucking Harry Suter.
Scass has it 2-all. Benny has it 1-0 Denmark, and I have it as a 1-all draw. Poland versus Argentina. Scassi and Jackie have it 3-1. and Benny and I have it 2-1, all in favour of Argentina.
Must win for Argentina.
Must win for them. Especially this game, Saudi Arabia versus Mexico. Scass has it 1-0 Saudi Arabia. Benny has it 1-all. Jackie has it 1-all. Benny has it 1-0 Mexico, and I have it 3-0.
It's only 1-0 Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
I was meant to do 1-0 Mexico.
No take-backs.
Oh, fuck. That's where I fucked up with the Switzerland game too.
Yeah.
I'll change it.
What do you mean change
You
it?
can't change it. It's been
It's
read
been-
out, mate.
it's been
It's
read
been
out
put
on
out
the
into
pod.
the world.
No, because we haven't moved on to the next one
No,
yet.
we have moved on
let's
to the
go.
next one, Croatia versus Belgium.
I'm going to look like a genius when it pulls off.
Scassy has this one 2-0 Belgium. Jackie has it 2-1 Belgium. So does Benny, and I have it as a 0-all draw. Scassy, if you go on and edit that thing, mate, I'm watching you right now.
Doing it.
Oh, why can't I edit it?
Because it's already been read out.
Oh,
Once
he's
it's
a
read
cat,
out, it's
so-
locked in.
No, he's a kitty cats.
You'll be sucking our dicks if Saudi win.
Well, what's wrong with that?
So please go.
Just don't let them see it. Canada versus Morocco.
Oh no, the camera, bro.
Exactly. Additional money, mate.
Scazzy has it 3-1 Canada. Jackie has it 2-0 Canada. Benny has it a 0-all draw. I have it 3-1 Canada. Japan versus Española. Scassi has it 3-0 Spain, as does Benny, and Jackie and I have it 3-1 Spain. Like we
Japan get a draw out of that. Do they go through?
I think they could do.
Because they beat
Depends
Germany.
on the result. Depends on the result of this, because they've still only played one game.
Yeah, true.
Costa Rica versus Germany. We all predict various levels of destruction by Germany. Scassi's got it 4-0, Jackie has it 3-0, Benny has it 2-0, I have it 5-0. Portugal versus Korea. Again, we all have it for Portugal. Scassi has it 2-1, Benny has it 4-1, and Jack and I both have it 2-0. Ghana versus Uruguay. Scass has it 3-1 Uruguay, Jackie has it 3-0, Benny has it 2-1, I have it 1-0, all for Uruguay. Serbia versus Switzerland. Scassi and I are both picking 0-all draws, which means Scassi's probably going to watch this game. Jackie and Benny both picking it as a 1-0 win for Serbia. And the last game of the 2022 World Cup is Cameroon, yes, versus Brazil. Thanks, Jackie. That's that caveat. All in the favour of Brazil. We have it. Scassi has it 3-1. Jackie has it 3-0. And Benny and I both have it 4-1.
What was our predictions for Germany and Spain tonight?
Germany and Spain tonight. 3 of us have it 2-all. So it's only Benny that has it 3-1 Germany. The rest of us all have it 2-all.
Oh, fuck yes. I might go and change that.
Too late now, mate.
It's a week buried. But yeah, so by the time we come
I'm
back
only
in
joking,
here,
guys.
the round of 16
It's a
will
joke.
be decided and picked, and potentially one game played, perhaps. Not too sure when the Cameroon-Brazil game is.
What time is Germany Spain tonight?
5 in the morning.
Oh, that's for the have it on the radio on the drive to work.
I watched that before work. First off.
Look at that.
Yeah, so I think that's where we'll love you and leave you this week. Lovely listeners of the Dugout podcast. Let us know your thoughts on the World Cup down below. What have you been watching?
Let us know if anyone got Royce and Drenthe as well. Just put these boys to shame, please.
I don't think anyone got that.
Anything.
Jerome.
No, that's mental. But yeah, thanks very much for listening, everyone, and we will see you next week.
See you
Bye.
next week.
See you guys.